Hi everyone, my name is Nisi Yilmaz and I will be answering some questions today. The first question is, how do you foster a positive and supportive classroom culture? The way I foster a positive and supportive classroom culture is by first greeting the students at the door with a nice smile and saying, "Good morning, I'm so happy that you're here today." If they've been out for a few days due to an absence, saying how much that they were missed, and greeting them with a smile, making them feel welcome because they're spending most of their day in the classroom, and it should be a very welcoming, nurturing environment for the student because we don't know what they're coming from. So when they're coming into the classroom, they should feel welcome and warm. There were some challenges this year that I had with students. The bunch that I had was a second grade ICT classroom. Some students weren't socializing during large group conversations, during circle time, or during a collaborative work time, or even in small groups. So what I did to respond to that issue of not socializing, I created activities where students can work collaboratively and speak where they feel safe and get to know one another. Another thing that I would do is assign partners to friends during reading time or even math time so they can have someone that they feel safe with speaking to, so they can have this classroom that they come into where they feel safe and respected by their peers. And when you feel safe as a student, there's learning that can take place. They feel comfortable. So the way I know that this worked was because students started to talk to one another much more and respond to turn and talk questions as well. The second question that I would like to speak about is reflecting on a successful learning unit. I was the person who piloted project-based learning in my school. This was the first year that we were starting to roll it out. We did it once a week on Fridays, the whole entire day. So the question was for the students to figure out how we can eliminate and reduce garbage in the school. So students loved it so much, and I know it was successful because students were very excited to come on Fridays because they knew we were just going to do the whole day about recycling. They started to ask questions. They started to use vocabulary words pertaining to what they've learned it was incorporated into their small talk. It was incorporated into their writing. And they also would point out the words that they learned in their books. They would run up to me and say, "Hey, look, I saw this word that I learned during project-based learning." So it was very successful, and they absolutely loved, and I'm telling you, loved hands-on learning. We did so many hands-on learning because the students that I had were they learned best through visual and by doing. So it became memorable for them and they couldn't stop talking about it. So I know it was successful. What would I change about the unit? What I would change is collecting materials way ahead of time so we don't have to spend so much money because it gets expensive. Another thing is assigning roles for each student in the group when they're working collaboratively, because there are some students that don't want to really participate as much as the others. So assigning roles would be something that I would change for the unit that I'm doing in project-based learning. So students loved it, and they also won prizes. They won contests, and that showed ownership. They just couldn't stop talking about it, and they also won money. They won bags from the sanitation department, and they absolutely loved being called trash masters of the school. So that's what I would like to say today, and I hope I see you soon. Take care.